Good evening, everyone. We often hear people say, I'm not a science person. But the truth is, science is not just for scientists in lab coats, it's for all of us. From the food we eat, the weather we experience, to the gadgets we use every single day. Science quietly shapes our lives and decisions. So today, I will answer the question, is it necessary to build science schools for students, even for those who may not pursue science related courses in college? My answer is a confident yes. To begin with, science schools are not just about producing scientists and engineers. They are about shaping informed, curious, and critical thinkers. In today's world, where we face complex problems like climate change, pandemics, technological disruptions, and even misinformation, every citizen, regardless of professions, need the mindset and skills that strong science education provides. To support my answer, I will present these three justifications. I will start with the role of science literacy in society. Science literacy is the ability to understand and apply scientific concepts to everyday life. It is not only for scientists, rather, it's for people who want to make informed decisions. For example, when you read news about a new disease, can you evaluate whether the treatment being promoted is real or just a scam? When you hear about climate change, can you understand the evidence behind it and decide what actions make sense? When you vote for leaders, can you judge whether the environmental or technology policies are based on facts or just empty promises? As a result, a scientifically literate population is less likely to be fooled by fake news. It leads to a society that values truth and evidence over rumor. In this regard, science schools play a vital role because they cultivate that literacy at a deeper, more systematic level. Next, let us focus on the broader skills gained from science education. Science education is not just memorizing formulas or lab procedures. It is a training ground for life skills, like critical thinking. Students learn to ask why and how do we know this is true. This habit of questioning applies to politics, business decisions, and even personal choices. Next, problem solving. Whether it's troubleshooting a failed experiment or figuring out how to stretch a family budget. Problem solving is a universal skill. Lastly, innovation and creativity. Science schools encourage thinking beyond obvious, coming up with solutions that are both creative and practical. Therefore, even if a student becomes a lawyer, artist, or entrepreneur, these skills help them analyze situations, find opportunities, and avoid costly mistakes. Lastly, we can see concrete evidence of this impact through examples from Philippine science schools. To illustrate, Philippine Science High School, or PSHS, produces not only top scientists and engineers, but also leaders in government, entrepreneurs, and writers who apply the same discipline and analytical skills they learned in their science training. Next one, Special Science Elementary Schools, or SSES, sparks curiosity at an early age, encouraging young people to explore, experiment, and question the world around them. This early exposure shapes how they approach all subjects in later life. And lastly, the Regional Science High Schools, or RSHS, ensure that advanced science education is accessible in provinces, not just in big cities. As a consequence, talent from every region gets nurtured and local communities benefit from homegrown innovators. Clearly, these institutions prove that every student should not stay in STEM fields still carry the benefits of science training into their future careers and communities. They extend to lawyers, artists, business people, and professionals in all kinds of fields. A science trained mind tends to first analyze better. They approach problems logically and based on evidence. Second, avoid mistakes. They think ahead and assess risk before making decisions. And third, spot opportunities. They recognize patterns and possibilities that others might overlook. In summary, is it necessary to build science schools for all students, even for those who may not take science courses in college? Absolutely. They are not just factories for scientists, they are incubators of informed citizens, critical thinkers, and problem solvers. Ultimately, the lessons learned in a science-focused environment empowers individuals to face life's uncertainties with logic, creativity, and confidence. Therefore, building more science schools is an investment not only in the next generation of scientists, but in the future of our entire society. Indeed, a nation that values science is a nation that values truth, progress, and resilience. Thank you, and remember, science for all means progress for all.